Hello, and welcome back to Speed Dating for Ghosts. Last time we went on a date with Drea and pranked some rich people, and it was a good time. That was also the final ghost to date in the Room of Black, but if you'll notice, there's still a missing grave in the graveyard. What might that be about? Let's find out. Hey, hi. Oh, I'm sorry. The event's all done. All the other ghosts have left. From what I hear, you were pretty popular. Still couldn't find the one, huh? Sadly, no. That's okay. There are always more ghosts. People die pretty much all the time. Did you have fun at least? It was a blast. Glad to hear it. I've been having fun just observing. I set this up to help other ghosts find something they might be missing, or to learn more about themselves. In a way, we are all products of death. I like to think I am also her student. What have you learned? I've learned so much. How burial versus cremation affects the afterlife, the meaning of life, all kinds of neat ghost trivia. When I was alive, I studied people. Now that I'm dead, I study us. It's fascinating. You know the meaning of life? You don't want to know about that, do you? Let's just play trivia. Okay, fair enough. I have questions prepared and everything. Welcome to Fran's Scary Hard Trivia Challenge! You can imagine there's like a theme song going off right now if you want. All the questions are ghost related. Don't worry if you get any wrong. I'm not testing you or anything. Question 1. Which film star is said to haunt the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles, California? I genuinely have no idea. Is it Cary Grant? Ooh, I'm sorry. It's actually Marilyn Monroe. If you visit that hotel as a ghost, you might meet her. Marilyn actually lived in the hotel for about 2 years. Now she haunts it. Pretty cool, huh? Question 2. Which Shakespearean king appears as a ghost in a play that shares his name? Pretty sure it's Hamlet. You're right. It's Hamlet. Hamlet's father appears as a ghost. His name was technically also Hamlet. King Hamlet. There are the ghosts of kings in Richard III, but not Richard III himself. Question 3. A red blood cell that has lost its hemoglobin is known as what? These are kind of tricky. Is it a phantom? It's actually ghost. I guess I should have went with the most obvious one, huh? The simplest answer is usually right. That's my motto. Ghost red blood cells are empty shells. They show up on microscopes, but they're pretty much see-through. Just like us. Question 4. During her seances, what did medium Helen Duncan famously regurgitate and call ectoplasm? Oh, that's really gross. I'm gonna go with baby food. I get why you'd pick a goop, but the answer is actually cheesecloth. Duncan was a medium in the early 1900s. She was said to fake ectoplasm by pulling gross cheesecloth out of her mouth. Duncan was also the last person imprisoned for witchcraft in the UK. That's interesting, I suppose, in a morbid sort of way. Go figure. And question 5. This is the last one. That means it's also the hardest. Which of these authors did not have a story in the first volume of the Fontana Book of Great Ghost Stories? I feel like I've vaguely heard at least this name before, although I'm not familiar with any of their work. I've never heard of Algernon Blackwood, so I'm gonna guess that one. The correct answer is Poe. It seems like he'd be in there. Poe was in the second volume. Blackwood and Lawrence both have stories in the first. Blackwood was a prolific ghost story writer, while Lawrence, best known for not ghost stories, penned a great one called The Rocking Horse Winner. You got one question right, Jesus. Way to make me feel stupid. You're number one. Just kidding. That's pretty bad. Just kidding. You probably did your best. I had fun. And I'm glad to hear it. Ooh, look at the time. I need to finish closing up. If you're looking for something to do, you can always visit the graveyard. Relive some of your past dates there. Or select erase date data to start over. That's in the options menu. What else? You could always go to hell. Excuse me? I meant that literally, of course. I hear it's gorgeous this time of year. If you combine travel and accommodations, you can get a pretty good deal. My friend Gail is a travel agent. She could find you a great river cruise package. I'd like that. Here's Gail's card. If you end up going, be sure to send me a hologram. Alright, time to go. I'll ring the bell to make it official. The bell rings. Thanks for playing. Right. Now that we've had that quiz show with Fran, we can actually literally go to hell for a few more dates. This expansion was added, I think, a year after the game first released, and it unlocks a few more ghosts to go on dates with. But we'll worry about that later. Fran, Spirit of Curiosity. Years alive, 1958 to 1984. Cause of death, car crash. Fran is the organizer of speed dating for ghosts. Her reasons for putting on an event like this are twofold. Fran is a woman of science, but also empathy. She's met so many miserable ghosts over the years and wanted to help them find companionship. She's also been studying the psychology of her fellow spirits for years, specifically the need for closure and desire for purpose that seems to tie otherwise disparate ghosts together. She aims to prove that they needn't rely on the living to achieve these goals. Ghosts, Fran posits, can instead find their answers in one another, and even within themselves. She also loves bad food and good TV. Man, I am pretty bad at ghost trivia, it turns out, but that's okay. We'll see what hell is like next time. Bye for now.